here for Artists for a Better World, and I'm talking to Kristen Henry King. And Kristen is an incredible singer, actress, and she has her own podcast studio, and she is a wonderful artist. Kristen, so tell me your story. How did you get started in the arts?
Well, it all started with a little show called Star Search. With Ed McMahon. And, you know, back in the day when you didn't have DVR and stuff, you had to make sure to be at your sofa just at that time. Right. You know, I'm aging myself a little bit, but that was our version of American Idol. And I saw how the audience reacted to, especially kids, performing and making them cry, making that goosebumps, or just being like, yes, oh my God. And I was like, I want that. I mean, I also wanted a lot of attention because I am an only child. And so I did a lot, but I loved creating. I had my own radio show and coffee talk show when I was a little kid on a boombox, and I would record myself, and I would do these different voices, and you would think that you were talking to multiple people, but it was all me. And then I even went to my piano, and I remember like I did like a bunch of chords, and I was like, welcome to Kristen's radio show. And then I was like, it would be so much. And then it'd be like, hello, I'm Candyland, and I'm talking to, I don't know, what is your name? Like just talking. And you know what? I need to go dig those tapes up.
That's great.
Tapes. I said tapes. Like, I have to dig those tapes up.
Oh, hysterical. This is great.
Yes, it was so funny. And I sang mostly, but in the end, it was really I just loved performing. I loved being different people. I loved creating an impact in someone's life, and if they walk out and they're like, oh my God, I have to see that show again, then I did my job.
That's great.
Yes.
Excellent. And I hear that you were first in singing before.
I was.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit, how did that go?
Okay, well, for me, I sang all throughout my youth. I traveled Europe when I was very young, and I sang in Notre Dame. I sang mostly opera. I went to NYU on a music scholarship, and I got offered record deals, but the problem was I sang very old for my face, and the industry couldn't have that. They saw me, I looked like someone they could make money off of. I mean, it was around the time when Miley Cyrus was doing like Hannah Montana, and then Destiny's Child was together. I think Beyonce was just now starting to be her own thing. Yeah. And they were trying to fit me in this box of what is making money, like what is like fast food. I mean, this was the day where there was A&Rs, and there was actual record stores where you'd go in and you like listen to the music and you'd be like, yes, I want to buy that. So I get it. They needed to, you know, cover their ass, basically. Can I say that? They needed to COA, yes, on money because, you know, I have to be a product that they can make money off of.
That's right.
But the problem with that was I'm this person that wants to create an emotional impact. I write my own music, and yes, it's very deep, but I had to then be controlled with what they wanted me to do, and so that was no longer fun for me.
No.
And so I just kind of put the music industry aside, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do acting, I'm going to make money, and then when I have enough money, then I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to create my own team, I'm going to do my own PR, and also I'm going to be a Disney princess, and I'm going to sing and be the voice, and we are going to make tons of money.
Both. You're going to have your cake and eat it too.
Cake and eat it too. While also, you know, just being like number one with the 5-year-olds. Like
Absolutely.
Just, yes.
And you have a 5-year-old now.
I do have a 5-year-old. I have a 5 and a 4-year-old, and I swear, like, Disney princesses are more important than me sometimes.
That's true.
It's like, wow. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So what do you think being an artist for a better world, like a group, has to do with the arts? How does that benefit you?
I think that this group, having Artists for a Better World, I think it's really important for artists to stick together because we are a very suppressed community. The thing is, we dream ideas that other people can't see, but then try to bring those ideas to the people that can't see it. So the first thing that they do is, that's not going to work. Oh my gosh, another thing. He's doing another thing. Okay, listen, I have done a ton of things, and a lot of things have failed. And so there's this idea that I will never win. But listen, I'm still doing it, and I'm doing what I love. And then when someone says to me, I don't know how you can do that. I'm like, well, I don't know how I can sit behind a desk for 30 years. Like, I just don't have it in me. So it's like, this is my drive, but I'm alone in a group. I have a team. We're all moving in the same direction, and we're bouncing ideas off each other. Hey, can you do the music for this song that I have? Can you be the videographer for this movie I want to do? It's like, you have this team that's already sitting there. Why not take advantage of it?
Wow. So I'm here again with Kristen Henry King. And she's going to actually help us and help our members, because I have some questions about how she got started and what other people need to know about both industries, music and acting. Where would you like to start?
I want to start with the business that I'm thriving the most in, which is acting.
Okay.
I definitely got scammed a lot. I've been doing this since I was 10 years old. And the thing that you want to make sure that you're aware of is that you don't have to pay money in order to get auditions. So any type of... hold on, let me back that up, because there are audition websites like Legitimate, Actors Access, if you don't have an agent, Actors Access, LA Casting, the casting networks, so it's anywhere, Backstage. Okay, those are monthly fees, but there is no agent. You don't have to pay someone to find you auditions.
It's a website.
It's, yes.
And online, right.
Exactly. So the website has all the breakdowns of all the auditions, and then you submit.
Right.
Which is essentially what an agent does. Or if you have a really awesome manager, they'll actually call and pitch you and be like, hey, I know you didn't pick my actor's headshot, but let me tell you why she's good for this part.
Exactly.
And you don't pay for that. You don't pay until you book a job.
That's true. That's true, because they get a percentage, 10, 20%, right?
Right. So a manager can get anywhere between 10 and 15. If it's a modeling agency, it's 20%. If it's an acting agency, it should be no more than 10%.
Good.
And they handle basically all of your legal stuff, your rates. They negotiate for you, because we need this. Because as an actor, we do a lot of stuff for free. And we would do it for free because it's fun, but we do need to pay our bills. So I'm very grateful to have someone who negotiates my contracts, because I would certainly be like, yeah, $200? Yes, I will do it. And you're like, no.
We could get more than
Let's
that.
do $20,000, thank you. So that's one thing.
Right.
Then you want to make sure that if you aren't represented, you want to make sure you have a headshot. You want a reel. The reel you can get over time.
Headshots, that's important. It has to really communicate to them.
Exactly.
It has to be like what you would want to see show someone.
Right, exactly. And I always try, like, people are like, well, should I get a headshot where I look like a doctor, or a headshot where I look like different people? And I'm like, but here's the thing. Sure, you can get a headshot like that, but what you're saying, in my opinion, is that I can only do this role where I say one line, this role where I say one line. We call that a co-star role. Whereas I will have a headshot that has my entire essence, and it says, I am a star. I'm just kidding. But no, but it is. It shows my entire essence.
It shows who you are.
Right. So that,
so they can see.
Yes. So when you look into my eyes, you can tell she's right for this part.
Right.
And I kind of have like a muted type of wardrobe, so you can see that I can be anything.
Right.
I mean, granted, I do have some headshots where I'm smiling, because, if I'm going to be submitted for a comedy, I need to be smiling, and I have bright backgrounds and things like that. So your headshot, you need a headshot. That's really important. It's the first tool of marketing that you need as an actor to get your foot into the door. And then as time goes on, you get your reel, and you get your experience and you add to your resume.
And the reel is all of the parts that you've had, and you get a copy of it, and you can put them online on a digital format, so then you can send it out digitally to anyone you want that inquires.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think they all know what a reel is.
I see. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, it's proof that you can act and that someone has booked you.
That's right.
Right? Like you do not want to put like a bunch of monologues on your reel, because nobody wants to see that. They want to see, did someone else hire you? Okay, good. Show me. Okay, good.
That you can act and you can react.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Good. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else as far as the industry that they should watch for or do?
I think it's really important that in this industry you keep your own integrity and you hold your own beliefs, because artists can get taken advantage of because we have such a desire to perform, and sometimes we'll do anything to perform, whether that's giving favors, whether that is, alloying your own intentions on something. Like you walked on set, there was a scene where you're making out, and then all of a sudden the director says, can you just show a little bit more nipple? You're just like, oh, no, I don't do nudity. Oh, we won't show it, I swear. It's just so that we don't see the bra. And you're like, okay, what you should say is, okay, you can talk to my manager first, okay? Like something like that. Because these were all steps that were taken before you got on set. And it's common. And you know what? I have been guilty of this. When I was younger, I definitely did things that I am not proud of. But now I can hold my position and be like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
You can tell your editor to take out my bra. Like,
that's right. They can edit it out.
That's what you're going to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have more experience with it now.
Exactly.
So a new person coming in the business, there's a lot of pitfalls for them to watch out for.
Yes.
But what you're saying about keeping your own integrity and what you really believe is right at all times, I think in the end, don't they respect that?
Yes, I think that they do. And also, I want to preface this. There is nothing wrong with nudity if you are comfortable with it. But now I'm a mom, and even though my character could be very sexualized or anything like that.
For a scene or something.
Right?
Yeah.
I do take into account that this is going to be on tape forever. And do I want my kids seeing that? I don't know. It's not for me. Yeah. But, like the 20-something-year-old Kristen would not say the same thing. So, But that was my integrity then. This is my integrity now. Right. And that's what's important, is that your own growth comes in. And I'm sorry, I forgot the question you just asked.
It was really how you would talk to someone that's new coming in the business. And I think you did answer it as far as keeping your integrity, and also the pitfalls besides, the whole casting. There's even for the guys out there that are going in for acting and all that, is there anything they should really be aware of, or make sure that they check out, that kind of thing?
I think that regarding the pitfalls, I think it's really important that even if something is on like a notable site like Breakdowns or something, to still do your research on everybody. Yeah,
because it could be a fly-by-night production company, and they're leaving the next day, and they want you to do a whole bunch of nude scenes, and that's it. And you don't. Yeah, and I'm sure people have gotten caught up in that.
Yes, and read your contracts, guys. Read them.
Yes.
Because I can't tell you how many times where I've signed something that said in perpetuity.
Oh.
So it's like forever and it never gets renewed. And I literally did a hair job for $300 when I was 18. Right. And it is still being used today.
Wow.
And I probably, if it wasn't in perpetuity, I probably would be making so much money, or have made so much money from it a long time ago. So it's just really important that if you are going to do something in perpetuity, that make sure it's a good rate. Make sure that you'll still be happy 10 years ago that you said, okay, on perpetuity. Like, just read your contract. I was so bad about reading my contract. I would just let my agent and manager do it, and then they'd be like, hey, good, sign this. And I would just sign it, and I wouldn't read it.
Yeah, that is so true. And also sometimes, I mean, a lot of things are going into syndication. So if you have a series after 4 or 5 years, that can make you a lot of money from then on. So if they sign away their, in the beginning, their rights to do that, there you go.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, too, is that, like, even though your agent and your manager do have your best interest, you still need to look at the fine print and be like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
Can you explain that to me?
They can always answer questions, absolutely.
And also when you're on set, like, make sure you read all your paperwork and then make sure that it lines up with the agreement that you had created with your agent and manager before getting on set.
Right. Now for the actual artist part of it, the actor going into a scene or whatever, is there certain things to keep in mind, things that helped you along your way to actually get be the role?
When I'm being the role, there are different schools of thought on this. They say, bring yourself to the role. I don't ever bring myself to the role. I don't do it. Because how can I act and be somebody else and have my own experiences with somebody else, but then bring, like, the death of my grandmother through my character to make myself cry to then see my dying child on the ground, right? It doesn't connect because now I'm not being the character. I'm being myself. I'm bringing something that's emotional to me then. So I'm actually going back into the past when I should be in the scene.
Imagining the thing happening?
Yes, exactly. When you're an actor, you have the ability to feel things. I find myself, I'm a very empathetic person. And the moment that I have one kid on the floor, I had one kid, one baby, it took me so long. And now she's dead.
Oh my God.
I just imagined that kid being mine.
Oh, wow.
I didn't imagine my own kid dying. I imagined that one kid that took me years to get pregnant. And now some guy who was backing up out of his garage didn't even see her playing hula hoop behind. And then I see her. And I don't know what to do.
Oh my God.
I don't know who to call.
That's right.
It's just like that.
Exactly.
You could just be in the moment.
They can be in the moment, exactly.
Of that character. And so I don't.
Very good advice. Very good. Excellent advice.
Thank you.
Wow. Anything else that you want to share with the other members? Should they even get into acting and music?
Listen, if there's nothing else that is more passionate to you than to telling stories, then do this. But it is very true. This industry is tough, but it's so rewarding. And you might go through this whole thing. Listen, I might be an actor until I'm 50 and not even make it yet, like be the top 1%. I may not even get an Oscar. But the fact of the matter is I'm doing something that I love. I make money at it.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And I'm able to survive doing that. How many people can say that they are surviving with the money they make off of something they love to do?
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. And that's why it's worth it, whatever their art is.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kristen.
You're
Kristen
welcome.
Henry King for Artists for a Better World.